Today I'm going to show you how to make the best sheet pan sausage and veggies. I spent under $10 in groceries for today's recipe. It's incredibly easy to throw together, and when it's all said and done, my favorite part is this is the only thing I have to wash. Hi, I'm Christina with eatingonadime.com. Welcome to our kitchen. We love teaching you how to make affordable recipes. Let's get cooking. First thing you need is some sweet potatoes. So for this recipe, we want 2 cups diced, or it's about 2 medium sweet potatoes. Obviously today, mine is huge, so I'm just gonna use 1. We are gonna go ahead and start peeling it. Now, if you do not like sweet potatoes, you can use any regular potatoes for this recipe as well. And also, if you don't want to peel and dice a sweet potato, a little cheat code is to go to the freezer section, and they have pre-diced sweet potatoes already, and you can easily use that in this recipe. Now, peeling the sweet potato is optional. If you do not mind the skin, you can leave it on and dice it with the skin. I would just clean it first and it should be good to go. And we're going to dice it up into approximately 1/4 inch size pieces. So the secret and the trick here is you want them all to be about the same size. I'm going to cheat and use my food chopper, and it really does guarantee that they're about the same size. When you're using the food chopper, just slice it and then we will dice it using that chopper. This knife is my all-time favorite knife. It's the only knife you need in the kitchen. It's linked in the description below. But sweet potatoes are hard, and it is cutting this easily, so it's a rock star. When I'm using the chopper with my sweet potatoes, it has 2 different inserts. I'm using the inserts here, I'm going to show you, that's a little bit larger. So there's a larger and a smaller one. You just put your slice right in the center and hit it, and it chops it wonderfully. The only thing you want to make sure is that the sweet potato slice fits perfectly on there. Like, some of these are kind of bigger, so I'm going to go ahead and cut them in half to make sure it fits. This chopper is linked in the description as well. I think I probably use this every single day. It's such a time-saving hack. And don't forget, the recipe is linked in the description as well. Now we're going to prepare the green beans. So this is about 1.5 cups fresh green beans. You want to trim the ends. Now, just like the sweet potatoes, you can use frozen as well if you prefer. Let me know in the comments below, when you trim your green beans, do you snap the ends or do you just cut them off? So if I don't have a ton, I will snap them, but if I have a lot like today, I'll snap a few to kind of get an eyeball and then line them up and then just trim off the ends. I'm going to trim the other side. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, woo! Then once they're trimmed, just to make sure that they cook evenly and it's easy to eat, we are going to cut these in half. I'm going to go ahead and get some of these veggies out of the way. Line your baking sheet with parchment paper for easy cleanup. We're going to go ahead and spread out the sweet potatoes into a thin layer. You do want them in a single layer if possible, just so it cooks evenly. I just press it down with my hands and it works perfectly. Go ahead and add in the green beans as well. I'm going to spread them out just a little bit. Just set that aside while we get the bell peppers ready. So for this recipe, you need 2 bell peppers. Any color will work. We're going to slice these peppers. Now, I am using a yellow or orange, orange, and a red. Those are just my favorite. You can use your favorite, or of course whatever's cheapest. When I slice my peppers, I always just kind of cut off the sides and then slice those sides. It's an easy way to get easily around the membrane inside and to remove all the seeds as well. Once you have the sides removed, just slice each of those. Try to get them around the same thickness again, just so that they cook evenly on your sheet pan. Now, if you're not a bell pepper fan, you can of course leave them out, or you can add in other things that you would like instead, like onions, broccoli, whatever you're craving, or whatever's about to go bad in that pantry drawer. Get that pan and add your bell peppers right to the top as well. Now, I said pantry drawer. My sister off the screen was like, is it a refrigerator drawer, pantry drawer? And I don't know what it's called. So let me know in the comments, what do you call it? Let's add in the sausage. For this recipe, you want about 12 ounces smoked sausage. It's in the name, so you can't skip it. We're going to slice this into about 1/2 inch thick slices. Now, you can use any type of sausage you like. I've made this with chicken sausage, turkey sausage, andouille sausage, whatever you have on hand or your favorites. Place the sausage on top. I like to put the sausage over the veggies because as it cooks, the flavors from the sausage cooks down into the veggies and it gives it lots of delicious flavor. So I always put it on top. It's time for the seasoning mixture. So when we originally made this, Carrie talked us into a little paprika, and it is a game changer. So start with a teaspoon of paprika, then add in a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now, I've been making these sheet pan meals like this forever. My kids actually call them like hash. I don't know why they started that, but you can really make this your own, and you can change up the seasonings based on your preference as well. Now for a little bit of salt and a little bit of Italian seasoning. I'm doing 2 teaspoons of each. Also, what I love about this recipe is I have like one kid that likes sweet potato, one kid that likes regular potatoes, so you can easily throw both in there. You can use up any veggies that are about to go bad. It's a great way to like clear out the drawer and have a delicious meal with it. Whisk until they're all combined. I like to whisk them all together just to make sure it gets evenly over the veggies and the sausage. Look at this cute little whisk we never knew we needed, but we use it all the time. Sprinkle it evenly on top. Don't stress about this. Just do the best you can, as even as possible. You got this. I believe in you. So you might be thinking, why is there no oil in this recipe? We've tested this numerous times and we find that the sausage releases enough oil and grease for the veggies, so you don't really need to add anything else. Bake it in a preheated oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 to 40 minutes until the potatoes are tender. It's been baking for about 20 minutes. I like to come in and toss it just halfway through, just to make sure. Oopsie, I'm gonna hold that parchment paper down with my pot holder here and just do a little toss just to make sure that it cooks evenly. Ooh, it's looking beautiful. That sausage is getting nice and golden, and we're gonna let this cook probably for about 15 or 20 minutes more until those potatoes are done. I'm gonna go ahead and continue to let this cook. It's been 15 more minutes. And it looks done. What you're looking for is that the veggies are browned and the peppers and the sausage are browned as well. Now, I always pull it up and then I just kind of grab one of the potatoes and taste test it to make sure it's tender. I like to let it cool just for a little bit so, you know, it doesn't burn, and then it's ready to serve. My favorite part is this truly is a one-pot meal. This is ready to serve. You have all these healthy veggies with the sausage. You could do a nice salad if you needed more veggies, but really it doesn't need anything. Proof that dinner doesn't have to be expensive or too complicated to be delicious. I cannot wait to try this. I gotta get a little bit of everything. The seasonings on this really make this meal. So if you're tired of like boring, bland veggies, you gotta try it. And if you love easy recipes, don't miss our next video. All right, friends, it's calling my name. I am out of here. I'll see you next time.